All right, welcome back. Here we are. Let's get on. 31 days reading 31 Proverbs series. And I'm just going to jump in and dig in because I want to get to these Proverbs because I want to get back into, the New Testament. I want to start, because I think time is short and we need to grow and hear things that, that Paul and John and Peter, the things that they, wrote for us to help us, during these times that we're living in right now. So, yeah. So, okay, let's just dig in. This is day 10, and we're going to read Proverbs 10 and maybe 11 today. We're going to try to, get these done. Maybe we'll get these 31 done in maybe 20 days. I don't know. I think my 30 days with Jesus ended up being like 32 days because one of them was like 3 chapters long. So let's just dig in. Thanks for coming. I appreciate your time. You can't buy time. You can't buy it. It's important. It's important what we do with our time, and this is probably the most important thing that you do with your time is to read God's word and to fellowship with, like-minded people and, this one-on-one Bible study between me, you, and the Lord. I guarantee you God is well pleased with this and with that, with that act in our life, versus some of the things we waste our time in. So let's just dig in. Chapter 10. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the grief of his mother. Yes, I've lived that too. both sides of it. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord will not allow the righteous soul to famish, but he casts away the desire of the wicked. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. So yeah, if you're lazy, it's just going to bring shame upon those who love you. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise in heart will receive commands, but a prating fool will fall. He who walks with integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will become known. He who winks with the eye causes trouble, but a prating fool will fall. The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who has understanding, but a rod is for the back of him who is devoid of understanding. Wise people store up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous leads to life. The wages of the wicked to sin. He who keeps instruction is in the way of life, but he who refuses correction goes astray. Whoever hides hatred has lying lips. Whoever spreads slander is a fool. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. A tongue of the righteous is choice silver. The heart of the wicked is worth little. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. To do evil is like sport to a fool, but a man of understanding has wisdom. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, and the desire of the righteous will be granted. When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. That's a little heaven and hell right there. Huh? As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is a lazy man to those who send him. Oh, man. Vinegar to your teeth and smoke in your eyes is a lazy man to those who send him. I work with a sloth, man. Pathetic. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked will be shortened. And my other coworker, he would fall into that. He's like a donkey. No wisdom there. You can't teach him anything. Stuck in his donkey ways. Oh, just call him like I see him. Verse 28, the hope of the righteous will be gladness, but the expectations of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is strength for the upright, but destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked, what is perverse. Chapter 11. Dishonest scales are an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Are you cheating people with dishonest scales? It's a pound, and it's really, 3/4 of a pound, or they're using things of the time that they was in to, write these things, but, When pride comes, then shame, but with the humble is wisdom. So you gotta be humble if you want, wisdom. You gotta be humble. Pride comes before the fall. The integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the unfaithful will destroy them. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless will direct his way all aright, but the wicked will fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright will deliver them, but the unfaithful will be caught by their lust. When a wicked man dies, his expectations will perish, and the hope of the unjust perishes. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and it comes to the wicked instead. The hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge the righteous will be delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. When the wicked perish, there is jubilation. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. It's funny when I read a lot like that, my mouth gets all watery. Like when I go to the dentist, I have massive, slobber, and they say it's really good for your teeth. It goes, probably why you have all your teeth, still have all your teeth in your mouth. So, excuse me. Talking is like, start slobbering that way. It's not because I'm old. Where were we? He who is devoid of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. A talebearer reveals secrets, but he who is a faithful spirit conceals a matter. Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He who is surety for a stranger will suffer, but one who hates being surety is secure. Remember the other one was reading the other day? It's about the security. I was like, I don't know what he's talking about here. I was all confused. Which one was that? Oh, 6, the beginning of 6. Yeah. So there you go. The gracious woman retains honor, but ruthless men retain riches. What? The merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh. The wicked man does deceptive work, but he who sows righteousness will have a sure reward. As righteousness leads to life, so he who pursues evil pursues it to his own death. Those who are of a perverse heart are an abomination to the Lord, but the blameless in their ways are his delight. Though they join forces, the wicked will not go unpunished, but the posterity of the righteous will be delivered. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a lovely woman who lacks discretion. The desire of righteousness is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is one, it's funny, my whole, well, I don't know about my whole life, but I don't know, for some reason, it's like women are like that, or like, throw themselves on you and stuff. It's always been a turnoff to me. So I've always been, I don't play the game. I give them no, you're so beautiful. I mean, I don't do any of that with anybody. And I think I always come across, so they always end up talking smack about me, talking about I'm stuck up or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe the Lord has given me discernment and wisdom in that area, because I just, after I went through my crazy teenage horny, feel the flesh of, of women, and I went past all that. It's just like I just quit playing that game, But let me continue. 24. There is one who scatters yet increases more, and there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. The generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. The people will curse him who withholds grain, but blessings will be on him who on the head of him who sells it. He who earnestly seeks good finds favor, but trouble will come to him who seeks evil. He who trusts in the riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like foliage. He who troubles his own house will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who wins souls is wise. If the righteous will be recompensed on the earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner? Oof. Yeah, all right, so we'll stop there. So that was day 10 and 11. Thanks for coming to Misfit Island. Like I said, can't buy time, and I appreciate, your time, and, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right, thanks for watching.